What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video, we are going to take a look at Ethereum and figure out exactly where it's going to go next. Are we bullish? Are we bearish? As well as the exact levels that I'm going to be looking to get Ethereum or to short Ethereum. So if you're interested to figure all of this out, you're going to want to watch till the end of this video. But right before I get into it, I just wanted to say that the monthly subscription for the private Discord has been opened. So far, 30 spots have already been taken up after being open for just a little over 24 hours. So if you want to join the Discord with a monthly subscription, you're going to want to do it at upgrade.chat/theartofcrypto before spots fill up, and usually they fill up pretty quick. But anyways, let's get into Ethereum, shall we? So let's kick things off on the 4 hourly, and I just want to discuss a few things with you guys. So let me just draw a couple of lines. So if you notice that ETH has pretty much been respecting this downtrend pretty much. If you just notice, we are consistently making higher lows and higher highs, and at the moment you can see that with this one move here, we have just broken through this previous high, which again, I just want to draw this as a protected high. Now the reason why I call this a protected high is because I just wanted you to know that all of this right here and all of this right here is caused by institutions. Retail is not able to move the markets like this. This is retail, and this is institutions. So basically, institutions are the ones who are playing with literally hundreds of millions to possibly billions of dollars. And as a retail trader, we simply have no ability to fight against institutions. So, you know, if you can't beat them, you join them. So you try to figure out what the institutions are trying to do. And so this is what brings me back to the protected high theory. So imagine if you were an institution and let's say you started shorting at about there. So imagine if you were short, right? Would you really, right? If you were short, let's say from here, would you really allow a price to come back up to this level in order to stop you out? I would say chances are not really, right? And so this again brings us back to the theory of protected highs. The reason why they are protected is because the institutions are still shorting them, and so they will not let the price come back up to that level in order to stop them out, which means the moment a protected high is broken, as you can see right now, this protected high has been broken. So let me just extend this. You can see that this protected high has been broken. So in this case, I might actually say that we are currently bullish on the 4 hourly time frame. And so this is going to be the $1 million question. Where do you get into Ethereum then? But right before I do, if you haven't already followed me at _theartofcrypto on Twitter, you're going to want to do so because this is where I'm sharing the latest market updates and you do not want to miss out. Back to Ethereum. So at the moment, if we actually zoom in to the 15-minute chart, you can see that if we just draw a little trend line going like this, and if we draw another trend line going like this, you can see that Ethereum was forming a sort of bull pennant / triangle pattern. And at the moment, you can see that Ethereum just broke below it. So that means that Ethereum is going to retrace. So now that we understand that the trend, at least on the 4 hourly, is looking bullish, that means that on any of the pullbacks we should be looking to buy. Now exactly where should we buy is the question that I'm going to answer right now. So if we just draw a fib from the swing high to the swing low, usually people like to buy at around the 0.5 retracement level. So we're just going to mark that level down, as well as the 0.618 retracement. So if we just remove that, and let's go on to the 1 hourly to figure out if there are any order blocks at those levels. And look at this, brilliant, right? Absolutely brilliant. Now, if you follow this channel for long enough, you would know that, you know, what are order blocks and basically what they are. So if you notice in this large move upwards, the last bearish candle was this one, right? And so this constitutes a bullish order block. So let's remove these two lines right now. And you can see that we have currently another bullish order block at around the 0.5 retracement level, which is absolutely brilliant because that just, you know, signifies that our theory about this is correct. So again, I'm just going to draw this as the order block entry. I'm going to explain in just a little bit why I will enter ETH at these two levels. So order blocks, all they are simply areas of untapped liquidity. That means that these are areas that institutions, right? You know how retail traders, they always talk about, oh, support resistance, baby. Like, oh, price is coming back to support, you form a double bottom, it's time to go. Oh, it's time to go long. Well, institutions, they don't look at support and resistance, at least not as much as retail does. What they look at though is order blocks, right? Because these are their areas of interest. And for the untrained eye, you will find these moves very confusing. You'll be wondering, why would the price bounce here and not, you know, here or, you know, Like technically, this would be, you know, what retail calls support, right? Because, you know, we found previous resistance here. We have, you know, support here, you know, support here. This is what retail would likely buy Ethereum at. And, you know, it's not really a bad entry because you are just, what, $8 away from the order block. So if you wanted to get Ethereum at this level right here, it is actually not a bad idea, right? I'm just going to mark down this level as well at 1930, right? Or maybe just a tad bit higher, just a tad bit higher, at 1932-ish to 1935-ish. It's not a bad price, right? Because you're only 1% away from the order block. But this is why order blocks matter. Usually during an uptrend, price you will find tends to pull back to an order block, right? So for example, during this downtrend right here, this right here was a bearish order block. So let me just mark this level down just to explain it to you guys. So this was your bearish order block. Look how the price came up to the exact bearish order block in order to fill it and then continue to move downwards. So you could also make the same argument that this is your bearish order block, because again, this is the last bullish candle before this massive move downwards. And you know, the price came up, filled the order block and went down. So this is why order blocks matter, and this is proof that they work. But here is something that I wish for you to understand about ETH. So if we just, you know, if we go to a separate chart, let's say the Bitstamp chart, because I don't want to remove all those drawings. So if we just take a look at the daily chart, remember how I was drawing the swing highs and swing lows stuff? So at the moment, the daily chart sort of looks like this. So currently we are doing something like this. And if we just draw a line below the recent bottoms, and you can see that at the moment we have protected lows. Now, whether or not these are protected, we have yet to know, because so far, until we get a break of structure, and again, a break of structure on the daily chart, right? This is the daily chart, would be a break above this level right here at 24, you know, 20-ish, you know. At the moment, you can even say that Ethereum is simply ranging right now. In between this high and this low, we are simply ranging. So if you know anything about trading, is that you do not trade in range. However, you know, on the daily chart, it is actually, you know, at the moment, I don't see any direction. In fact, I still think that Ethereum is bearish because we haven't broke above this recent swing high, right? This is a swing point right here. It's a major level swing point. Now on a 4-hourly though, it definitely looks bullish because again, like I said just now, we have already broken above this protected high. So at least on the lower time frames, such as the 4-hourly, such as the 1-hourly, you can see we have indeed broke above this protected high, which means we should be looking to buy Ethereum. So in fact, right, let me just go back to the Coinbase chart so that you guys can mark down these levels for yourself. Now I'm just going to draw another bullish order block. In fact, this would be the ideal entry for myself, right? If I were you, I would 100% try to get the most of my Ethereum at this level. So let me just mark down this order block entry, and it's going to be right about 1820. This is going to be the ideal entry for Ethereum. You know, am I saying that the price is going to get here? No, absolutely not, which is why you dollar cost average. And basically, notice how we have right now 1, 2, and 3 areas of value for Ethereum. So what you do is when you have multiple levels of quote-unquote support, what you do when you're buying is, you know, perhaps if you have $1,000 to play with, maybe you buy $250 here, $250 here, and maybe you buy $500 over there. So this is what's known as dollar cost averaging, and it is something that every trader who knows what they're doing, you know, is doing. Doing so ensures that as the price keeps going down and lower, you will have a pretty good entry. You're not going to get the exact bottom because nobody knows where's the exact bottom. I mean, right now I'm telling you that 1820 and possibly, right, possibly if we do get there, this level right here at 1760 is going to be the exact bottom for Ethereum during this, you know, during this retracement. Again, I just want you to notice, right, on the 4-hourly, we are currently bullish, right? Or the 1-hourly, in fact, we have currently broken structure. And right now, even though later, if ETH does break below 1920 and break below this level right here, you can argue that we have broken structure as well to the downside, right? It's going to be bearish. But this is when you have to keep in mind the higher time frame structure. On the 4-hourly, because we have already broke above this swing high, we are expecting Ethereum to not break below this swing low, meaning that because structure has been broken towards the upside, we expect this low to be protected as a low, and so we do find a pullback and that is when we buy in order to continue forming new highs and attack the previous highs. I hope that makes sense, and if it doesn't, then you might want to consider joining the private Discord group. And guys, honestly, I'm just going to pitch this real quick, right? Because if you're serious about doing crypto or even trading as a career, if you just admire the way that, you know, I do my analysis, and if for those of you who watch my previous videos, you know how absolutely like scary accurate that I am. If you want to be able to achieve that, I'm just saying that, you know, you're going to get access to a really world-class trading education in here that will pretty much ensure that you are going to know what you're doing in the markets. It will allow you to filter out 90% of the things that don't work and, you know, just find the things that do work. And, you know, as a bonus, you're going to get access to daily profitable trading setups that, you know, are making people money every single day. Bam, bam. Like, look at this guy, man. These are huge, and there are a lot of people who have already made back their membership fee in just, you know, a couple of trades. So trust me, it's gonna pay itself off real quick. So if you're interested, again, monthly signups are only open for 70 more spots. Once that fills up, I am no longer taking people in, at least for the near future. So back to Ethereum. Let's just draw this level right now. I'm just going to draw another order block entry, right? These are going to be your areas of value for Ethereum at 1760, 1821, 1880, and 1920. These are going to be areas where you are going to preferably want to buy ETH during the pullback, right? And even though it does appear bearish, you know, on like if you are on the 1 hourly, if it breaks this structure, it will appear bearish, but you just have to keep in mind that on the 4 hourly, right? Again, imagine if Ethereum retraces back here and goes up on the 4 hourly, you know, it would still be very bullish, right? High, 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 low, bam. So this is the importance of using multiple timeframes in order to do your analysis. And I just wanted to say that if you have found value in this video, maybe you learned a couple things, maybe you've learned a thing or two in this video, it would be absolutely amazing if you could just smash the like button for me. It's a really small gesture, but it really helps a lot. So back to ETH. Again, I just wanted to put this as a disclaimer that all of these entries right here, this is not considered financial advice. All these are is that, you know, if you were going to buy Ethereum in the first place, all I'm saying is that rather than buying it in the middle of nowhere without any idea where would be good prices to buy Ethereum, I'm simply suggesting that these levels would be at least better than those. But of course, for the ones who watch my videos, you know that, you know, I'm absolutely scary, deadly accurate. So for now, in the bearish scenario, right, like again, in this channel, we're all grand strategists here. So I don't want to, you know, be overly biased towards any given direction. So if we go back onto the 4 hourly chart, again, actually, right before I get there, I actually forgot to put take profit targets if you were to take that ETH long. So these would be your take profit targets, which you are again going to want to mark down, because I'm giving you the exact levels right now, and if you can't even be bothered to mark them down yourselves on your own chart, there is nothing more that I can do for you. So these are going to be your take profit targets for Ethereum. So they will be, you know, 2044, 21. No, that's that. I mean, yeah, technically you could take some profit here as well. Yeah, that'd be good, because that's the point of control, right? So 2115, 2175, 2205, 2278, and 2413, give or take a couple of percentages. So these are going to be really good take profit targets for ETH if it breaks towards the upside, as discussed in this video. At the moment, the next target for sure is going to be at 2040-ish until we break this protected. Like, I really want to see ETH break above this protected high, right? But first, perhaps we might get a pullback and then attack the previous highs. But anyways, in the bearish scenario would be a break below this level right here at 1720, right? If we do get a break below 1720, I do believe that ETH is going straight down to about 1500. So if we just take a look on the daily chart, right? If we zoom out a little, you can see that there is pretty much, okay, like yeah, so there's pretty much like no support until about 1600, but honestly I would say the real support comes in at about 1350. So if you just take a look at this level, again, this goes back to an institutional trading theory. This is what you call a bullish order block. So I would say ETH should find its bottom very close to this level right here, right at 1383. If you're able to get ETH at about 1385, this would be possibly the exact bottom for ETH. Of course, if it has signs that it's going to break lower, then I'm probably going to make another video. But before I, you know, make a video, which takes a while, you're going to want to follow me on Twitter at _the art of crypto, so that you can get the latest market updates rather than wait for me to make a video, which takes quite a while. So in the bearish scenario, again, would be a break below 1720, because right now we are going long on Ethereum, or rather we are buying Ethereum during this pullback with the assumption that this low right here is a protected low, which means we are assuming that institutions are going long on Ethereum right now. And so if these levels, or if this level gets broken, then, you know, institutions are not going long on Ethereum, and so they are very likely going to push the price down to a previous order block, or perhaps, right, perhaps on the off chance that it happens, we are very likely, in fact, going to come straight back down to about 700, right? It's like $760. That is going to be like very close to the bottom for ETH, right? Any lower, then you're going to be looking at, you know, about 660, and this is just more of like 660, about 424-ish. But of course, we are not going to go to these levels anytime soon. If we do show signs of going to those levels, then I will make an emergency video. But for now, I just wanted you to congratulate yourself for watching until this point, because at this moment, you are ahead of 90% of other people right now who chose to, you know, go watch some Dogecoin videos or whatever in their spare time instead of watching something that will educate them and, you know, allow them to figure out exactly what's going on with ETH. So if you've watched until this point so far, I would just like you to comment in the comment section institutional, so that, you know, I know who are the real ones out there. But for now, these are going to be the levels to keep in mind. I'm giving you a very detailed analysis, and again, if you just want to learn how to do the things that I do for yourself, then check out the private Discord group. The link is in the description. Once spots fill up, you know that I'm probably not going to open signups again for about 3 to 4 weeks, so make sure you secure a spot, yeah? Anyways, may the gains be with you, my friend. I'm a head off here, and peace, my friend.